This show is intended for free-thinking and aggressive-minded people only. If you are timid, weak, or easily offended, this show is not for you. In other words, no punks allowed. Now, here's the Player Hater.
Alright, so welcome back to the Player Hater Podcast. And what we're basically talking about is dudes who blame women for everything in relationships. Basically, that's what we're talking about. But mainly we're focusing on some comments that were made by a dude named Richard, who was on my show, my BTR show, this past week. He made some comments, and actually, let's play a clip right now. And then I'm going to have some folks come back and respond to it, alright? So let's play another clip, and we'll do that, alright? It's Player Hater Podcast.
No. Couldn't have been that. She didn't see me.
Well, no, I mean, I'm not physically. I'm just saying for whatever reason. I mean, I'm sure if you were corresponding with her, she decided along the way that she didn't want to pursue anything further than the correspondence. Is that possible?
Yes. I see that. And you know, up to a certain... Now listen to what you're saying. She's saying not that she's participating in the dating creation. She's wanting the man to do it all. And then when the man does it, and I'm taking what you just said, well, for whatever reason, she doesn't like it. But see, that ends up creating the imbalance that we have now.
Well, I disagree with you. I disagree, and let me tell you why. Because you're thinking and speaking in a general sense. I'm speaking more in a personal sense. I like to relate things to me. And if she says to me, I'm not dating right now, what I'm hearing is she's not interested. That's me. I'm not thinking in the general sense, well, this is what's wrong with all black women, women in general, whatever. No. She's just not interested in me.
Yeah, but wait a minute. Look, let me say this to you. I hear what you're saying, but hear what I'm saying. If she had her hat in the ring, I'm sure that she would be more appreciative of the process itself. Look, I'm a valuable person. My time is valuable. And I'm sort of like old blood, or what you call a cornucopia. I can provide a benefit to anybody that I'm around. So what I'm saying is that some people discount a very good thing. And it's not just me, but when this becomes epidemic and pandemic, then it creates a problem.
Well, where do I start? You know, his attitude, I hate to say this, but it reminds me, and I grew up in the South, it kind of reminds me of attitudes that, you know, my grandparents used to talk about when they grew up in the South, I guess in the 20s and 30s, being black and having to feel like whenever you encounter a white person, you were supposed to act a certain way. You were supposed to be glad. If they greeted you, you were supposed to be, oh, yes, sir, you know, and do the dance, you know, that they talked about, the minstrel dance, because they graced you with their presence, and you were supposed to be, oh, wonderful, and you could, you know, it wasn't about you. It was about you being in the glory of their presence. He has that same attitude. It's like when he's in the dating ring, he wants women to step back and be just overwhelmed with the glorification of him, that he asked them out, and they have no right to have a choice of the matter. They're supposed to be just so thankful that he deemed them worthy of his attention, that the thought of saying anything other than what he wants to hear is just beyond his belief. And that vibe comes off to women. And no woman wants to be around a guy that's arrogant. Arrogance turns people off. Not just in the dating realm, but in the working realm, in the friendship realm. You know, I can't abide an arrogant person because arrogance brings about a whole host of character traits that's pretty much a drag to deal with day to day. And I don't know if he realizes that, but he's very arrogant and somewhat narcissistic. And women won't stand around and tell a guy, well, you know, you're an arrogant asshole or you're coming off as narcissistic. They're just going to say, you know, I'm just not interested in dating. They'll be nice about it. They'll just say, I'm not just dating right now. And then they'll go back and tell their friends, what an arrogant prick, you know? So,
except me.
Except her.
I feel like you're an arrogant prick. Get out of my face.
You know, and he just does not realize that when I'm listening to him, all those thoughts came through my mind just listening to him.
And that's the case. That's been the problem with Richard that I've noticed over the couple of years I've been on Blog Talk. He makes statements, and when he should be quiet and listen to the answer or another opinion or perspective, he just talks over you. He doesn't listen, so it's not really a conversation. It's more like a lecture when he talks. So, most women in a situation where they're trying to get to know the man, they're looking for some back and forth, some interaction, some humor, some kind of expressiveness, some revelations about your thought processes, how you feel, your life experiences, that kind of thing. You don't get that with him. You get beat over the head. And that tends to get very boring. Another aspect of what I wanted to say about with the clip that you just played is many men have that attitude. As a matter of fact, I did a video thing on it on YouTube called "Why Black Women Ignore Professional Black Men," and many of them have that express that attitude that Richard does, because they've gone to college and have a job and own some property or something, that they are superior to every other black male in the world, and that women should be just bowing down, licking their toes. And the bottom line is, what they don't understand is, it's great that you have all that stuff, but you're not fulfilling as a man. You're just not. You're fulfilling if somebody wants to pimp you for, to have a baby and get your money for 18 years. But as far as you being an emotionally fulfilling person, psychologically rewarding to interact with you, and make a woman, think about you while she's at work and like stuff, them guys don't have that kind of heat. And so they're angry. And their anger and rage and frustration comes out when they make these kind of logic-based decisions where they're stuck in their head instead of in their heart, where a woman needs them to be, so that he can, relate to her emotionally. And I've talked to him about this, I can't even tell you how many times. But since you guys just had that conversation on Wednesday, it shows that in spite of all those conversations, he still doesn't get it.
All right, Joe, until next time, just keep it alive.
Fuck you, nigga. You's a motherfucking player hater.
Tune in next time for more relationship talk with the Player Hater. If you would like to comment, or if you have suggestions for a show topic, send it to us on Twitter at Mr. Player Hater, or leave us a voicemail at 201-399-2263. Again, that number was 201-399-2263. Later, haters!